Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah YAHAWASHI, Bahasham, Rakah HaKodash. Double honor to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the elect of Israel. Shalom. Are we edging closer to a microchipped future? And this is an article on sociable.co. The Sociable. Are we edging closer to a microchipped future? And the answer is yes. Of course we are. Because the microchip implant injected in your flesh is indeed the mark of the beast. That word for mark in Revelation 13 and 16 in the Greek is charagma, which means a scratch or etching. It means to cut into the flesh. It says that is stamp as a badge of servitude. Meaning if you take that chip, you are a slave to the elite. The word charagma goes back to charax, which means a pail or stake. Now a pail or a stake is a pointed stick. That stake or pointed stick is that microchip, which is what they want to hammer into your ground, that is your flesh, staking their claim. Charax means a pail or stake, a palisade. Okay, you take that chip, you're going to be fenced in. They're going to own you. Okay. Origin from carasso, to sharpen to a point, akin to G 1125, through the idea of scratching. Okay. Which means an incision, to cut into the flesh. So it goes back to grapho. Okay, which means to grave or carve, to write. .603 goes back to chi-psi stigma. Now, the word stigma, to get the Strong's definition at the bottom, from a primary word stizo, to stick, that is prick, a mark incised or punched for recognition of ownership. Right, a badge of servitude. Same thing, you see. That's the point right there, man. Now it says, for the blue letter definition, a mark pricked in an incision or branded upon the body. Now it says, to ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. Right? So if you take that chip, that's you saying that you belong to the wicked elite of Esau, to the international banking families. You're saying that they're your master, they're your God. And it says, and there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods, right? Because right now you have people that are voluntarily taking the chip. Right now it's optional, but very soon it's not going to be optional. But this is the road where it's heading. This thing will be mandatory very soon. So back on the sociable, are we edging closer to a microchipped future? The answer is yes. It's the mark of the beast. Okay, whether you take it in your right hand, your left hand, or in your forehead, or anywhere on your body. Okay, anywhere in your body. If you take this chip, you just took the mark of the beast. Whilst many people are afraid of a move towards invasive technology, perhaps any downside risk with the use of microchip implants is far less scary than currently perceived. Such things as genetic modification or implants that interact with the human brain, cyborg style, fill many people with fear. It could be argued that this angst may be real or perceived. This is the world that they want, that the wicked lead of Esau want, okay, which is artificial and virtual immortality, okay, false godhood. Whichever way you look at it, there is no doubt that the implications for society are far-reaching in those instances. Therefore, it makes sense that any moves in that direction should be painstakingly slow. So right now it's gradual. However, when it comes to an implant that doesn't interact directly with the body, is the consideration of risk versus reward much more straightforward? What are microchip implants? Microchip implants are passive devices involving integrated circuits or RFID transponders encapsulated in silicate glass and implanted subdermally in the body. The housing of the device is such that the integrated circuitry doesn't come in contact with the body, and therefore there is no bodily reaction, and the device itself is protected. A wealth of data can be stored on the device. A wealth of data. All your information. And also your money. And they're telling you how people implanted these chips in their pets. Okay. And also livestock. Okay. We're just going to get the points in this article here, because I have 3 more articles. Now it says it's not such a new technology, but when it comes to humans, there has been very little in the way of uptake and adoption. The first human implant was carried out in 1998, over 20 years ago. Since then, usage has largely been confined to biohackers. Whilst there has been little commercialization of such devices where humans are concerned, that could be on the cusp of change. Right, so it's changing. This prophecy is speaking. Now it says startups to bring implants to the mass market. There are now signs of commercial adoption through a number of fledgling companies. Amongst them is Sweden-based Biohacks. The Scandinavian startup participated in a trial where 50 employees in a company based in Wisconsin volunteered to have the devices implanted, which I believe right now it's about 80 or so that have the implant in Wisconsin. More recently, employers are showing interest in following suit. Bellingham, Washington-based VivoKey is another startup that is also spearheading the commercial application of the technology. So this thing is here, man. I mean, there's no way around it, okay? There's no way around it. It's right in your face. It is right in your face. All right? Now let's read this. 20 years in the making. What's the delay? Given the wealth of benefits the technology can bring in making people's lives easier and systems smarter, it begs the question as to why we are only beginning to see commercialization now. Concern over security seems to have been the main issue. Earlier devices were not encrypted as they are now. Of course, with technology, we have to be mindful that device security always has the potential to be compromised. So your microchip can be hacked. What man can put together, he can also reverse engineer. Right? Now let's jump down to this part right here. Over the next few years, it's expected that the Internet of Things will grow exponentially with forecast of 75 billion networked devices by 2025. And you devils are proud as if you're going to go on that long. In a world crowded with networked sensors, bad actors could utilize implants to track people. And that's what the elite want to do. They want to track you and monitor your every move. They want to be like the Most High. Okay, just like you have the eye on the back of the dollar, the all-seeing eye, they want to see everything that you do. And the only way that they can really do that is if they microchip you. Once again, it's a case that there is the potential for the technology to be used for the good of society or otherwise. Yeah, for nefarious reasons. Systems need to be put in place to monitor the implementation of the technology to ensure that society finally benefits from it. Right? So this is a thing of Esau. Esau is all with this. But little do you know that the wicked elite of Esau are really the ones behind it. And they want ultimate control. Okay? That's what they want. It's a lot of good articles here. This is on mirror.co.uk under technology. Google brain chip, that's the mark of the beast in the forehead, could mean future school pupils won't need to memorize facts. Right? So Esau working miracles by way of this mark of the beast. The days of rote learning could soon be in the past, according to one AI expert. Right, and this was put up yesterday by Sophie Curtis. Yeah, so you can just download information into your mind. That's what they want you to do. That's what they want your sons and daughters to do. Implants in our heads will tell us everything we need to know. That's a devil for you, man. But this is false immortality. Okay? Future school pupils won't need to memorize anything because Google Brain implants will answer all their questions instantly. An artificial intelligence expert has claimed. Right, so Google is all for the chip. The people that are behind Google, they want that microchip to come. Okay? Nicholas Carinos, founder and chief executive of FountTech AI or .ai, believes that rote learning will disappear completely in schools because Google will be in your head. The need to actually learn something in parrot fashion is going to disappear because we will have access to that instantly. Mr. Carinos told the Daily Star. Right, and that's the whole point of the Internet of Things. And you having that microchip injected in your brain. Okay? You're constantly logged into the internet physically. Okay? Your mind is actually connected to the internet. It'll be like having a really smart assistant that will almost think like you. This is wicked, man. He added that humans will be able to get answers to any questions they may have without making a sound or typing anything. You can ask something like, how do you say this in French? And instantly you'll hear the information from the AI implant and be able to say it, he explained. Mr. Carinos has racked up more than 20 years of working with startups. His company, FountTech.ai, specializes in the development of artificial intelligence solutions for businesses and organizations. He claimed that AI could enable teachers to deliver tailored lessons that cater to the learning needs of each individual pupil, no matter what their learning style. That's all we need to read on this, man. So the world is changing all around us. That microchip technology is here. That microchip technology is here, and it's only a matter of time. Get this right here. This is on theweek.com. Can human mortality be hacked? See, this goes all the way back to the garden, like Elder Apostle Hart said. Okay? The serpent, which is the so-called white man, promising you false immortality. Okay? Once you take up this wicked knowledge, once you take up this knowledge, this philosophy of good and evil, your eyes shall be open and you shall be as gods. Okay? Ultimately by this microchip. Okay, so he's been selling you this philosophy from the beginning, but now it's manifesting in real time in the end of days, in the end of his world, the end of Esau's world. Okay, because Esau is the serpent. Can human mortality be hacked? That's the devil for you. Okay. Woo, man. Now you can read all this on your own, but I'm going to get the main part of all this. It's all about hitting the point. Now, we're going to start right here. I tell you what, let's see. Yeah, that's it. By Silicon Valley standards, Asprey's lifespan goal is modest. Oracle's famously arrogant co-founder, Larry Ellison, says he finds mortality incomprehensible. And Google's co-founders, along with Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg, are also investing in ways to extend human life. Tesla CEO Elon Musk founded Neuralink to develop digital implants for our brains. And this is what he said. If we don't use technology to enhance our cognitive abilities, Musk reasons artificial intelligence is destined to conquer humanity, which he's saying that AI is going to surpass us. Okay, if we don't upgrade ourselves, you got that movie Upgrade. They showed you what they want to do. Okay, he's saying if we don't upgrade ourselves, or if we don't change, if we don't put this technology in us, AI is going to pass us. Okay, and we're going to be left behind. And that's the point on that. Okay. You know what? Actually, let's read down some more, because let's keep reading. How big is the movement? There are tens of thousands of biohacking entrepreneurs and basement hobbyists in the US, many of whom gather at an annual convention in Austin, Texas. Some biohackers are even experimenting with the gene editing technology CRISPR and have posted videos in which they inject themselves with homemade treatments. The biggest obstacle for biohacking, DeGray says, is the popular misunderstanding of the nature of the crusade. In a 2016 survey, 69% of Americans opposed using brain chips to improve cognitive abilities, and 63% oppose using synthetic blood to make people stronger and faster by boosting oxygen levels. The poll showed a widespread distrust that these enhancements will be used responsibly and safely. But they're still going to force this chip on you. They're going to force that brain chip on you. They don't give a damn. Esau doesn't give a damn. It's a part of the New World Order. And they're speaking about more people getting microchipped. Okay. In Sweden. I tell you what, let me read this, and then I'm going to go to my next article. The cyborgs among us. The most fanatical biohackers don't just use technology. They want to integrate it into their bodies. Grinders, a term adapted from a dystopian comic book install hardware in themselves to gain superpowers of a sort. Rich Lee, a 40-something cabinet maker in Utah, is one of them. He installed a forearm chip that monitors body temperature, finger magnets that open car doors, and headphones permanently implanted in his ears. The grinder movement began in 1998 when British professor Kevin Warwick implanted a radio frequency identification device, or RFID chip, into his arm so he could turn on campus lights by snapping his fingers. In the past few years, thousands of people in Sweden had RFIDs the size of a grain of rice implanted in their hands. Costing about $180, the devices can replace keys, passwords, and e-tickets. Biohacking entrepreneurs are designing RFIDs that will monitor blood pressure, heart rate, glucose levels, and other vitals. One downside for grinders: you can't upgrade a device without cutting out the old one. But the point is, this thing is here, man. Esau is perfecting that microchip. Esau is perfecting the RFID chip at this point. And you also have the chip in Asia, okay? You know, this is on the Asahi Shimbun, Asia and Japan Watch. Skin-deep microchips paved the way for transhumanism. And this came out March 15th, 2019, recent. You see a damn heathen with a chip in their hand, okay? Scanning the device. Takashi Hamamichi, head of Osaka-based IT company Otafuku Lab, uses the back of his microchipped hand to unlock a door. Plain and simple. Okay? This is plain right here. So this is the way of the world. This is where it's going. Okay? Because the mark of the beast will be implemented worldwide. You see? Let's read a little bit of this. With microchip implants, humankind has taken a step toward what future-minded experts predict will be a world filled with cyborgs. But Japan lags behind other countries in this regard. But they're getting on board, as you can see. The microchips inserted under the skin are currently limited to such tasks as opening doors and paying for small items like drinks. But it's advancing, okay? It's going to be able to do a number of applications. However, Yurichi Okamoto, a professor of philosophy at Tamagawa University, who is well versed on the ideological background of science and technology, says the implants are just the beginning of transhumanism, the theory that science can allow humans to evolve beyond their current physical and mental limitations. So you see it, man. All right. Humans are moving in a direction toward mutating into cyborgs to acquire capabilities beyond their normal limits, Akamoto said. With images of a new way of human life, many people in high-tech industries and youths in Europe and the United States have implanted microchips under their skin. All right, so that's the point, man. So you see Asia getting on board, okay? The mark of the beast is the hour of temptation. It is the mark of the beast, okay? It's the microchip. So I hope you were edified. I want to give all praise to our power, YAHAWASHI, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders, great millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.